What's up everybody, my name is Morten Faurstrand and welcome to this guitar lesson. So the piece I played at the beginning here was a piece called Blue and Green. If you follow the link in the description here, you can get the tab for that particular arrangement. And also you'll find another tab with a reharmonization that I'm going to show you and what we're going to talk about today. And we're going to talk mainly about two chord voicings and how those chords in used one way it's like perfectly like normal jazz chords, but if you use it in a different way they don't really make sense. They do make sense because it's the same sound, but if you try to analyze it from like Western traditional harmony, they're not really going to make sense. And I find this topic really interesting, and I hope you will too. It's going to be pretty like nerdy if you want to get deep into the theory. Well, it's not deep really, but like you need to have control over functional harmony and where the different chord notes are. But after that, after we go through this this stuff, I want to talk a little bit on a deeper level about this stuff because it's not like something you can put two lines under the answer and say this is the way it is, but you can have some thoughts about it, one way or the other. But we'll get to that. Let's just look at the chord forms, and the two chord forms that we're going to talk about look like this. That's number one, and this is number two. So in a regular setting, they can be different things, but the first one here is going to be used, I think, first in the piece as an A7 chord. So as an A7 chord, this is not like a very unusual chord. It's going to be the seventh and the third, what you need to get a dominant chord, and then you have the 13 and the sharp 9. So that's going to be called a half altered, because you have an altered ninth and a regular 13. And the next chord in the setting of E7, that's also going to be half altered, because you have the third, flat 7th, and then regular 9 and altered 13, flat 13, natural 9. So we're going to use this chord in a bunch of different settings, and some of them, as I said, you can't really name the chord using traditional functional harmony because it's sort of wrong in a way, but still, it's a beautiful sound, even if it's wrong and even if it's in an unusual setting. So yeah, talk more about what we feel about that, I guess. So the first, let's start like this. So that's the first chord, which is normally a G minor 6, would that be? So I'm using this shape now that I used for the A. You'll figure it out, just look at the tab. So if we analyze this is not too bad using regular functional harmony, because we have the root 4th, major 7th, minor 3rd, and natural 6th. So that would fall under a pretty normal minor 6 chord. On minor 6, the major 7th is sort of, the normal. That's all coming from G melodic minor scale. Okay. Next one. I just want to use this as the descending here. Now we have that other chord shape, pretty normal again, half altered, A, 7, 13, sharp 9. And following the melody, it's the second shape. Again, pretty normal. We have the 13, sharp 9, natural 5th, and flat 9. So this could be analyzed pretty easily using, traditional functional harmony. The next chord is. Now this is pretty out there, right? So this is a D minor chord, and we we have minor third, natural 6, and flat 9. And that's not really minor flat 9. That's not really a normal chord. But still, you know, I like this sound. Sorry, it's hard to play with the root. Next, same as regular, just passing tritone sub thing. And now, right? Really beautiful, same chord voicing here, but now used on F. And this is pretty normal too. It's major 3, flat 5, flat 7, sorry, so it's a dominant chord. Sharp 9, natural 13. So half altered chord, not too special. Continuing. That same chord again, A7 half altered. This is a different chord, I just wanted to sneak it in because I really like this voicing. We haven't talked about this now, but this is pretty regular again. It's like an altered thing. Alright. This is, by the way, it's the same. This one, but just on different strings. So what is this? This is minor with a flat 5 and a major 7. I guess you could write that as okay, I guess you could write minor let's see. I don't think I've seen this chord written anywhere, but minor major 7 flat 5, I guess. D minor major 7 flat 5 with an 11 on top. But you know, it's a cool, it normally would just be like this one, right? But I think that the thing that is happening when you play these chords, I'll play the whole piece after we talked about it, is that it doesn't sound so functional. It sounds more, I don't really know how to describe it. Like for me, I think about Bill Evans, like the chords he's playing that you don't really understand what is, but it's really beautiful, right? And it doesn't lead so obviously from one chord to the next. It's more like, you know, exciting new colors on every chord that, you know. Yeah, where were we? Yeah, that's the first voicing I showed you on E7, half altered. And now this is pretty cool. A minor, but we have the natural 6 and the flat 6. So, you know, good luck naming that chord. But you know, it's so nice. Same thing on the next, D minor. It makes the whole sound like less old-fashioned, I guess. And also what you can do with these voicings that is really nice is kind of arpeggiate them. For example, play from top. I'll see. Cool sounds of those arpeggios. You know, it has a sound that is really, yeah. Let me try to play the entire reharmonization for you. So yeah, if you want to get a little bit deeper into, I mean, some people are going to say that this is just plain wrong, and I think I saw this interview with Joni Mitchell, and she talked about. I don't think she is really thinks too much about theoretical stuff. You know, she tunes the guitar different on for every song almost, and try to find sounds that fit to make something. And she said something about she had been told that the stuff she played was kind of wrong because she likes to play a lot of sus chords that doesn't resolve. And what she said was something like that. People who criticize this are not really advanced players. That they are they know the theory to a point, but to get deeper into and really be advanced player and understand this stuff and kind of take it for what it is. That's what the advanced players. So the people she works with, like Wayne Shorter and Jacko, the really giants, they'd never say that was wrong. They just take it for what it is and like understand it on a much deeper level. And another thing I read in an interview with Tuck Andress, fantastic guitarist, he talked about a student he had, and I suspect it was something like this, where the student played some chords that really wasn't, correct, wasn't right, and Tuck tried to explain. I hope I remember this right. He tried to explain, what is happening and why those specific notes may not be, right for the chord in that setting. But the student said, "Well, I understand that, but I like this sound," and that was, that was good enough for him. That was all right. Go for it. Follow what you like to hear, and that's. Yeah. So I guess yeah, I don't know, but I'm guessing a lot of jazz players is not gonna like the arrangement that I just made. And it's not like I'm trying to say that it's like really genius or something like that, but I like it, and a lot of the chords would be considered just wrong chords. They'd really like this minor chord with both a natural 6 and a flat 6. That's many people won't like that. Many people really, I've heard good players say that they hate hearing the sound of a major third on a minor chord. I love it. Right, so it's a matter of taste. If you like something, like a sound of something, you should play that, I guess, So yeah, hopefully you'll get something out of this lesson. As usual, as usual now these days, I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. I make a living playing music for people out in the real world, and that's not possible these days. So you have the option, if you want to, you can pay a little bit for downloading the tab for this lesson. And that would be very much appreciated if you want to do that. If not, do not feel that you have to. You can get them for free. Just name the price as $0 and you can download without paying. So yeah, have a great day, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.